Welcome to the Bridge Podcast, where we connect you to real estate, business, and global opportunities. And more importantly, we connect you to the way smart investors actually think. And today, we're closing out the full framework with the final piece of the PIER model, R, regulation and risk. And this is important because this is the part most investors ignore until it's too late. Inside our Philippine Capital Shift seminars, we always say this: you don't lose money because you picked the wrong property. You lose money because you didn't understand how you owned it, how it was structured, and what risks were involved. So let's break this down simply. First, ownership reality. If you are a Filipino investor abroad or a foreign investor looking into the Philippines, you need to understand this clearly. Condominiums allowed. Foreigners can own condo units as long as foreign ownership in the building does not exceed 40%. Land restricted. Foreigners generally cannot own land directly in the Philippines. So what does that mean? It means structure matters, because if you don't understand how ownership works, you might think you own something, but legally, you don't. And this is where a lot of people make emotional decisions instead of structured decisions. Second, structure matters. When we say structure, we're talking about three things: legal, banking, documentation. Legal. Is the property properly titled? Is the developer compliant? Is the ownership structure correct? Banking. How are you funding this? Cash, loan, international transfer? Are you exposed to currency fluctuations? Documentation? Do you have contracts, clear terms, proper registration? Because here's the truth. You can have a great location, a beautiful property, and still have a bad investment if the structure is weak. Third, risk checklist. Now let's talk about real risk, because every investment has risk. The goal is not to avoid it. The goal is to understand it and manage it. Here are the 4 risks every investor should always check. First, currency risk. If you are earning in US dollars but investing in pesos, your returns are affected by exchange rates. So you need to ask, if the peso moves, does that help me or hurt me? Because sometimes your gain in property can be reduced by currency movement. Second, developer risk. Not all developers are equal. Some deliver on time, some delay, some overpromise. So ask, do they have a track record? Have they completed projects before? What is their reputation in the market? Because in pre-construction especially, you are not buying a finished unit. You are buying execution. Third, legal risk. Is the project licensed to sell? Is it registered? Are the documents clean? Because if the legal side is weak, everything else becomes unstable. Fourth, liquidity risk. This is the one most people don't think about. Can you sell it and when you need to? Because not all properties move the same. Some areas have strong resale demand, some don't. So you need to ask, if I exit, who is my buyer? That's liquidity. And this is the most important line I want you to remember. If you protect your downside, your upside takes care of itself, because smart investors are not just chasing profit. They are managing risk first. They are asking, what can go wrong? How do I protect myself? Is this structured correctly? And when those answers are clear, then they move forward with confidence. Bringing it all together. PIER Model. So now you've seen the full picture: position, where demand is forming infrastructure, what is driving value. Entry, how you enter the deal, regulation and risk, how you protect yourself. This is the exact framework we teach inside our Philippine Capital Shift seminars, because we don't want you investing blindly. We want you investing with clarity, structure, and confidence. If you're serious about investing in the Philippines and you want to do it the right way, not just chasing opportunities, but actually understanding how to protect and grow your capital, I invite you to connect with us through your global connection. Join one of our upcoming Philippine Capital Shift seminars or book a strategy session with us. Because the goal is not just to invest, the goal is to invest smart and protected. This is the Bridge Podcast, where we don't just connect markets, we connect you to wealth, wisdom, and world class opportunities. And remember, you're always just one connection away.